master's degree in 1 year. It was an interdisciplinary program, and I succeeded her. Of course, I couldn't even measure up to her, and that's when I met another great Houstonian, and his name was Deloitte Parker.
Yes.
And I remember Deloitte Parker saying at Shape Center, he was very young then, we were all very young, and he said, I will not accept any federal dollars. And I see that Shape Center has grown and flourished under Deloitte Parker, and I doubt if he ever accepted any federal dollars, and yet he made it. He's a Pan African and followed those rules. So we probably need to get together with Deloitte Parker and others like him to help us to function better once we realize that we're a nation within a nation and get ourselves established.
Wonderful. Just want to thank you for sharing that with us. Let's see, Shape Center did have let's see, some damage to their facility. We did make a donation to the organization, so definitely we want to express our sadness and prayers. But I know that Mr. Deloitte Parker, they will get things back up, running, and in order. Just want to give out a few more shout outs before we adjourn. Ms. Thelma Scott has been with the organization. We want to focus on disability. She does work with the children with disability. Also, we want to focus on some of the issues that we have here in the community. Our democracy, our government is under attack right now. We have voter suppression, homelessness. We have mental conditions, illness, epidemically here in the United States. We want to eradicate poverty. Women's rights are under attack. As I stated, mental illness expansion. We need more policies to help with mental illness. Better government transparency. And of course, we want to focus on Black history here in America. So we thank goodness we do have Black History Month just to put emphasis on it. But as Ralph Cooper said, that some people are ashamed of their history and they're not willing to learn, read books, and get a better understanding. Not understanding why that's happening, but you can come to Black Heritage Society. We are getting those banded books. We will have them in our facility for you to read and enjoy. So let us learn more about our ancestors, our heritage. Look up your DNA. Probably get DNA testing. There are multiple things that you can do to get to know more about yourself. Now we do have Wayne Johnson. He's talking to us about Africa, and we just want, like Miss Johnson, she was interested in him sharing some of the experience over there in the continent of Africa. Wayne, can you just share so that maybe we can have people to just want to visit Africa, to maybe look at the people or just some of the experience you have with the people. Be sure to look at the camera, you all. But share with us, please, again.
Sure, absolutely. Again, Wayne Johnson. I am super excited that my family invited me here today to share some of my experiences. Again, I just returned from Africa, in particular Dar es Salaam. That's a Muslim a Muslim city located in the country of Tanzania. Now, for a little history, 84% of Africa was colonized by the Europeans. 84%. And so this is a new country that is referred to as the Republic of Tanzania that only got its independence in 1961. Now, I was born in 1960, and I'm still here. And I'm viable, I'm in great shape, just great mind, great spirit, all those good things. Just think about how young that country is. And it's a beautiful place. When I travel from here to Paris, 11 hours, and I'm switching planes. The next plane, it's another 11-hour flight from Paris or Amsterdam or Qatar, Doha, Qatar, to Dar es Salaam, East Africa, basically the other side of the world. 94% of the people on the plane with myself are Anglo, white, not necessarily Americans. They're from Europe, all over the world. 95% of the plane is white. Upon landing in Kilimanjaro, which is 1 hour from Dar es Salaam, 100% of that 95% of Anglo white people, they get off the plane. Most of them in groups, and they're happy, they're joyous, they're vacationing. They're vacationing to the Kilimanjaro Mountains or the Serengeti, where you basically go on tour to see the bush, the animals in the bush. There's not many people that look like me that make that journey. I would hope that in the near future, as I share, and I will be back, I hope that they will have me back to share more of my experiences in East Africa, that people that look like me, native Houstonians, Americans would take a chance and would just embark on that journey. It's not that expensive, like you would think, 2 11-hour flights going on the other side of the world. It's not. There are a great many senior discount budget deals and that you can put a trip together. Rainy season from March to May, February to May, is relatively cheap. It's just a little rain. We're not afraid of rain here. And I would hope that my family, especially my distinguished aunt here, Aunt Helen, I hope that I can get her over there in the very near future. That's going to be one of my pet peeves to work on, to make this very, very possible, make it happen, not just talk about it, be about it, and get her over to the place that I visit frequent in the past 2 years. 7 times in my 60s, I made that 22-hour flight. And it's not easy, but it's so much sleep that you can do. It's so much watching television or listening to music. But it's not the duration of the flight. It was part of my destiny just to go back home, to see from where I came, and to not experience that or not want to experience that. Your Europeans, your Jewish people, they have to go back to Israel. Your German people, they have to go back to Berlin, and so on and so on. It's just a manifesting the destination of just a being, to understand who you are, where you come from, and the government, the people that run the country, they all look like me. I walk in plain sight. I speak 2 Swahili words, mambo, which is hello, and Asante is thank you. And I've been there 7 times, plan to go back hopefully in the next 90 days, and it's just a great experience. I would just hope that my people, African American people in Houston or in the United States, would consider or think about that plight, just to make that plight. We came over here during the transatlantic boat ride, and now we're able to purchase a ticket, get on a plane, and just make this journey. And once you step off that plane and you step on that soil, it's amazing. My first trip there was amazing. I was a little apprehensive, because of the stereotypes, things that I've heard, but I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of anything. I had to go to Africa to see where my people came from. And I've had opportunity to go to many countries: Ethiopia, Uganda, Kenya, Zanzibar. Your NBA ball players, they frequently visit the island of Zanzibar. Mm-hmm. It's just an immaculate place. So again, I'd like to thank the Black Heritage Society for inviting me. I am open, free, and would love to come back many times to share my experiences. I'm going to continue to visit Africa the rest of my life. And one of my other bucket list deals is to make it to Havana, Cuba. Now, I had opportunity during the Obama administration, but I'm not sure if that's open now, but that's one of my bucket list things to visit Havana, Cuba. I thank you guys for having me. God bless.
Thank you. And I know time is well spent, and we thank you, Wayne Johnson, for painting that beautiful portrait of the continent Africa.
I'm so proud of Wayne.
We just really appreciate it. With all the technical difficulties that we have going on here with the Black Heritage Society, we still want to thank our audience and thank our board members. They're not all here, but Ms. Helen, you want to say something?
I want to say something on this DEI
Okay.
debacle. People is just looking at the DEI, but they're not looking at what they're trying to do by removing the DEI. See, we have something that we refer to as reverse discrimination. What they're saying is that the people that are in the DEI jobs are taking jobs away from white men. Now, nothing could be further from the truth. But this is what this is all about. White men are saying that they should be hired in those jobs that they have by their merit. They should be hired in these jobs, and that's why they're trying to get others out of the positions, the minorities, so white men can come in. So be aware of what's going on. And if you notice this administration, how they're catering to white men, they're putting more white men in all kinds of positions, and there is no merit associated with it, because a lot of them on the cabinets are not even qualified to be in the positions. And then you look at the very top there of 34 count felon who's bringing in other similar caliber people like himself. But they don't care. They want the white men in control. This is white male supremacy that we're looking at. And we better all get together. We need women, and we don't need the women to do us like they did in the election, though. Because we had, about 63% of the white women voted for the current administration, and about 73% or more of the white men. So in essence, white people actually put this person in office, and they're going to have to get together and work with us, everybody, to overturn this. It can be done. It can be done. There was a revolt, the Bacon Revolt, that would go back in history, where blacks and whites and got together and had a revolution that scared everybody, and they wanted to make sure that we never do it again. But we're going to have to all come together. We as black people, though, we need to already have our stuff together. We need to already know what our goals and our objectives are when we join in with the others, but we can overturn what's happening. And that's about it. I just want us to know that there's a reverse discrimination that we're looking at here. And they're going to sue these companies and say that they are keeping these white men from getting these jobs if they don't comply.
So thank you for that, Ms. Johnson. And we truly understand about the history and the past, and it is time for all of us to unify, not conformity. When we understand there is one human race, but we have so many beautiful different ethnicity, and that's what makes us as the human race beautiful. But going back to our Civil Rights Act, just want to close up with that and let you know what Black Heritage Society is doing in the community. We're talking, when we think about the 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery, the 14th Amendment, it gave equal rights to all citizens, especially Black African American citizens. And then the 15th Amendment gave us the rights to vote. But here at Black Heritage Society, we want to elevate the Civil Rights Act learning. So that's one way that you all can get involved, is to come out and learn about elevating the Civil Rights Act. And Ms. Johnson, you kind of hit it on the head when you talked about what are we going to be doing now? You know, what are we going to be doing? You're saying that as African Americans, we can probably come together and unify, and other ethnicity unify and join us. There are some things that we can do. But first of all, let us go back and look at our history, learn our history, and then look at some of the colonialism policies that are being made and seeing how we can change things. But before we make those changes or talk about them, we need to look at our history and come together. You're so absolutely correct. So visit our website, www.blackheritagesociety.net, to learn about elevating civil rights learning. And Ms. Johnson is going to be also being involved with that history and making sure that we stay on point, and all the rest of us. We want to thank you all for joining us. We have an event coming up where we're inviting the public to come out to our 47th candlelight vigil, the Martin Luther King candlelight vigil. So we want to invite you all to that. Please visit our website for more information, www.blackheritagesociety.net, or give us a call at the office, 281-405-0006. And if you want more information about our banded books, they're beautiful books and we just love read them. We have books for children, we have books for history. We are working out how we can do storytelling for children. And you know, once we have a museum, we'll be able to let you all come up and read those books and get your history, get more information on African American history. Thank you for participating today. Thank you for joining us, Wayne Johnson. We appreciate having you here and your experiences. Thank you all, audience. Again, this is Black History Month, and we appreciate it. Go out and help somebody else today. Thank you.